Good day, friends. It is me, HLModTech, and as you can see, I have got the Phantom 3 Advanced with me. Friends, I accidentally put it in the tree, as you can see in the background, and I decided it's time to learn how to make some parts. So my friends, let's get cracking! Alright friends, so these are the pins that lock the gimbal in place. I lost one during that crash, and I had one that came with the kit, so I was able to replace it, but it dawned on me these are super simple, and you can replace them using Tinkercad. Now, a lot of times people say Tinkercad is just a toy, but I want to show you how I built these, because it is a pretty slick system, and as long as you got a digital caliber, it's easy to do. So let's first start with the pin. If you ungroup it, the thing that makes this amazing is the cone. When you bring out the cone, do not stretch it. It's fun to do that, but if you just type in your numbers, it is easy to make the exact shape you need. When I measured, it was 1, so by typing that in, we've got that in place. Now it looks silly because right now it's 0, but we need to set that number to 6, and then set the base radius to 6.5 for it to match the actual piece that we're working with. Look at that. We have in one step made that simple part. Now the next thing is to take and make this post. Well friends, what we're going to do is do the work plane and set it on top of that shape. When you bring it out, it's huge and it's not real round. So let's make it more round by giving it more sides, and then watch this. If we do shift stretch and type the measurement we need, which I think was 5, look at that, we've got the exact shape immediately. Now once again, I measured and found out that the correct height was 18, so I could have stretched it, or I could just type the number in the box, and boom, we've got the exact shape. Grab the two shapes and do a line. Pick the one that you want to be the master. I'm going to use the purple one, and I do center center, and those two pieces are in place. These are all cones as well. So work plane, set it here, bring out a cone. Now remember, we know this bottom measurement is 5. Alright, so to make this match, we need to change this to 2.5 because it's the radius. That gives us the 5. And let's try 2 up here for that top shape. And you can see that's close. But instead, I think the right number was 1.5. That looks like I want. I do want to make it totally round. I'm going to grab those 3 shapes, and once again I'm going to use a line, and I'm going to snap it to the middle of the purple shape. 2 more simple little cones up here. I'm going to set my work plane to where this cone goes, and I'm going to bring it out. Once again, let's do the sides first. The height of this one I think is 0.4, and then we need to make it 1.5 again for where it starts. This time the base is going to be the opposite, and I'm going to just set this to 2 so you can see it quick, and then we'll align it and double check. So I'm grabbing them all, doing a line, picking the purple base because it's the easiest to grab, and let's zoom in with the cool fit view to selection, and you can see we have just made the next piece of this project. Let's do work plane one more time, bring that little critter out, bring out a cone on top, maximize the sides. Remember, this number was 2. I'm going to just guess that the height was 3. I'll look at it after a second. And then I want the top radius to be let's try 1.5. If we zoom in on this with fit view, 0.15 is not enough. Let's try 0.2. That looks pretty similar. I'll do the align. And you can see that we have just made a solid part that is great for 3D printing. It's that easy. If anybody ever tells you that Tinkercad is not built for doing real construction, they don't have all the skills they need to make their awesome shapes. So I'm going to group that little dude and put him in place. So I'm not going to show you how I did all these steps because they're the same, except I'm going to show you how I made the little slices inside it. So if I ungroup this and ungroup this and ungroup it again, let's zoom in on these purple pieces. Pop. All I did was I dropped in these green roofs, and then I put them exactly across from each other, and I lined them up so that they cut out those little areas. When you group it, you can see that the holes cut those out. I didn't like these lines, so let's ungroup that for a second. And I'm going to hide this part. That's a good skill to see. I'm going to hide that hole that I cut in a second. And now let's group those again so that part is complete. And now do the show all, which is a good skill to know, to bring those back. And then when we group those parts, we have got our awesome little finished connector piece. And I did the same thing here, but I only did half as many of the little cuts. Alrighty friends, so with that all completed, here is a set that I printed. You can see it snaps over and it's pretty snug. Actually, I can't pull it over. I printed these at 0.3 millimeters because I was in a hurry and I just wanted to see if they worked. If you wanted to print them stronger and with more infill, they'd probably be even more solid. I will let you know, oops, I was able to wiggle that one off. So maybe if I had this stronger, that would have less ability to pop off. But at least we can prove that the mechanism does function. I did have to adjust the design just a little bit. This is a little skinnier and a little longer, so there was more room for it to get through. Friends, I'm going to post a link to this on Thingiverse, and I'm also going to post a link to the design on Tinkercad so you can adjust it and make it work just the way you want. So friends, if you're looking for a way to print a part that you want to use instead of buying one, you've got this as an option. Not sure how strong they are, but they do look pretty darn sweet. Friends, if you found the video useful, please give it a like. If you got a question, comment, or a suggestion, add it down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button. And last but not least, hit the notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HLModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.